Good morning. This is How We're Done. My name's Adam Helfman. That's right, my friends. This is the radio show that teaches you, the homeowner, how to fix, repair, or remodel everything within the four corners of your lot. Remember this, though. I'm not a do-it-yourself show. However, I'm not anti-do-it-yourself. I'm just pro do-it-for-me. So if you're tuning in for the first time, I want to thank you. We're live here on WRIF 101.1. Everything that rocks, of course. And this is the number one home improvement show on the radio this morning, of course, as always, has been for years. We're celebrating over 20 years on radio, giving great home improvement advice to homeowners. In fact, we call it hassle-free home improvement. So I want to thank you all for tuning in. But we got so much content today. We're getting right into the nitty-gritty and the goodies of what we have here. And of course, theme of today's show is design build. Dining rooms are dead.
Super dead.
Right? That's exactly it. And we have Veronica Simmons from Simmons & Co. Design in studio. She's actually co-hosting the whole hour with me today. So we're going to be talking to her about what she does, why she thinks that this trend of the dining rooms are dead is going to be there. But let's first get to know her. Let's introduce her. Let's find out what she's all about. Good morning, Veronica.
Good morning.
So
top of the morning to you.
It's so top, it's not even topper.
That's right.
We're topping it.
Why not?
But hey, you know how that goes. So Veronica, introduce yourself to the Higher Done Audience. We've already been on the podcast. You caused a great stir. I loved it. But now we're live. So introduce yourself to everyone.
Well, hey, everyone. Veronica Simmons, Simmons & Co. Design Build, located in Commerce. We've been in business almost 18 years. We're a full-service interior design build firm. Started more so on the decorating design side, moved into the build side, and now we're kind of just taking over the world. So we're any and everything home improvement. Residential is our jam, and excited to be here.
Where are you guys located?
So we're off of Haggerty Road between Pontiac Trail and Oakley Park.
Okay, so do you service mostly like the Tri-County area?
Yep, for sure.
So that's good. Is there a range of jobs that you'll do? Like, some people say, oh, I just need a doorknob fix, like a handyman, or obviously you do all the way up to the custom home.
For sure.
So where's the baseline?
So we're not a handyman service. We're more of a give us a project. So whether it's
multiple
just
trades,
right? So but additionally, because of our design part, we don't necessarily have to be doing a full service remodel to assist clients.
Sure.
We have some clients that just come in and need to update all their furnishings in the living room, and they may just paint.
I love that.
So we can help with upholstery, window treatments, the whole gamut. So
I need help with color.
Yeah, well.
That's what you know what I'm saying? My house, I often invite you over to my house because I need to repaint some stuff. My house is like mid-century modern with a twist of extra modern.
There you go.
And I'm done with that.
Color is tricky sometimes, because color is relative. People really struggle with color because color is not color. Color is really all dependent upon what it's near, so.
It does. It has an impact on great amount of the design.
Yeah.
So it's interesting you say that because I had a conversation. I have a customer in Bloomfield that I'm consulting on the renovation of her kitchen.
Okay.
And she was asking about
paint colors. Is she getting rid of that dining room?
Yeah, actually, this house is so big. It's got like formal dining room. It's got a breakfast nook. It's got that kind of stuff. But yeah, I would love her to get rid of that dining room. And I asked her too. I always ask people. I said, how many times a year do you use your dining room? Oh, all the time. I'm like, okay, Christmas, New Year's. Easter, yeah. Maybe. What else? Labor Day, Memorial Weekend, barbecuing?
Maybe.
No, not so much. I'm like, okay, if you use your dining room less than 6 times a year, once every other month,
kick it.
Utilize the space for something better.
Kick it. Yep, kick it. It's funny because there are people that legit use it, but they are that house. They're the house that everybody goes to. So if you're that house, keep it. But if you're not that house, pitch it. Use the space for the kids, for the family, for all the other things.
That's interesting. And that's smart. We're talking with Veronica Simmons from Simmons & Co. Design out of, is it West Bloomfield, Haggerty, Commerce?
Commerce.
Okay, Commerce.
Yep.
So she's takes care of all of Metro Detroit. If you need a kitchen, a bathroom addition, you want some design, you want to change colors and stuff and like redecorate, she is perfect for you to contact. And by the way, we're open line for text questions because that's in the studio. You can text live 248-927-1985 if you have a question for Veronica and myself. Veronica, did you see any trends in the last year for 2025 regarding color? Is like the white kitchen with the gray island, like, oh, shaker cabinets? I mean, that's had a long run. What are your thoughts?
It has had a long run, and I still think we're seeing people do white kitchens, still want white kitchens when we go to KBiz, right? So when we think trends on the design side, and then we think trends on the building side. And then our job is kind of trying to merge them to make sure they're making sense,
Sure.
Holistically for the projects that we're doing and for our clients. On the KBiz side, the kitchen and bath side, on the kitchen side, we're seeing color. We're still seeing color. When I go to Vegas or Orlando markets, we're still seeing color. So colored appliances, colored sinks, colored faucets, major tubs.
Major tubs. I just want to say, freestanding, clawfoot, or like built in again?
Freestanding.
Okay.
We're seeing a lot of just texture and heaviness. People. It used to be, so again, we've been in business 18 years. When we started, people were saying like, nobody baths. Who takes a bath? I don't bath.
Yeah, if you have kids, okay,
but that's it, right? We just shower.
Need one for resale.
Yeah, and people are like moving back to, I'm going to take, whether it's the stress of life or all the things, people are taking baths again.
You know what? That's interesting.
It is interesting.
Maybe we should get a sponsor of the show from Calgon. Take me away. People are like, who's Calgon? That's to show you my age, right? Oy, what am I thinking? But you know what I'm saying? Look, we were bold enough to say dining rooms are out. I'm creeping towards the bathtub could be out or maybe coming back.
I think it's coming back.
You might think that.
I think it's coming back. I think it's coming back.
You have your finger on the pulse of what's going on. So I would have to just defer to you.
Yeah, I think it's coming back. And I think what we'll continue to see is, especially on the design build side, it's coming back for functionality, but really for aesthetic. People are still remodeling these 90s, 80s, and 90s homes and getting rid of these jetted corner tubs and these really expansive old dated tubs and more sleek, still organic and feel, but sleeker, freestanding,
air
floating
tubs, jetted tubs. The old jetted tubs. Oh no, you get the schmutz inside the lines, and you have to put all these like capsules, and now you've got air tubs that just blows air. Now they have the heated air.
Heated air. They've got the aromatherapy. They've got. I mean, your tub could rub you.
I am a sucker for all the accessories. I'm surprised they haven't come up with like a red light tub. Ooh, maybe I should do that, or taste it for flavored water in the tub. Ew, maybe not.
That's not gonna pick up.
No lemonade. No lemonade in the water, folks.
That won't pick up.
Hey, just tells you I'm a realist. 248-927-1985. That's the number to text us. You have a question for Veronica. She's a design build contractor. In fact, let's define design build for our listeners, because design build is a unique, how would I say, a niche, but it's a wide niche.
Yeah.
But it's for a homeowner who doesn't want to hire an architect. An architect for a bigger addition could still cost you $15,000, $20,000.
Yeah.
And then you have to get builders, and then the builders are cross promoting and fighting with the architect, saying, "Oh, he designed it wrong." The architect's like, "Well, you're the expert. You're supposed to verify in the field," and blah 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 blah. Tell everyone. Actually, we're going to tell everyone when we come back, because we have to take a break. Roberto's like spinning his finger. What we're going to do, though, my friends, is we're going to tell you what the difference is on design build. And I believe the easiest way to say it is one source accountability.
One stop.
And that way, if there's a mistake in the design, the contractor who's building it and designed it will be the solution-minded one. And that's how the triangle of hire it done contractors work. Perfect. We look for contractors who are solution-minded, one that fix things and things like that. So with that being said, we're going to take a break. Keep it locked in here, my friends, because we have such a great interview lined up. I have so many great questions and such good information lined up with Veronica. We need you to be locked in. So my name's Adam Helfman. This is Hire It Done. Keep it locked in. We're here on 101 WRIF, everything that rocks. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. Veronica Simmons from Simmons & Co. Design Build in studio. Welcome back, Veronica.
Good to be here.
So we were discussing the definition of design build. Is it correct for me to say that design build contractors are contractors who can design the addition, do the plans, and then build it at the same time?
Yes.
Do you have any tweaks to that?
No.
Okay. Keep it simple, right?
Keep it simple. Yeah. I mean,
That's good.
It's funny because it is a unique but non-unique spot in the industry to be, because there are a lot of people that throw around design build,
Correct.
but are really just build, or a lot of people that throw around design build that are really just design.
Correct.
And so with us, I
The
think
balance.
what makes us unique is that we really are design build. We have designers on staff and we have contractors on staff. And I think a lot of design builds find themselves with either a lot of designers on staff and they're subbing all their contracting out, or they're the build side and they have all their contractors on staff and they're just subbing out their design. They're building out the design part of it, but we're all in-house having staff meetings. Design is literally sitting with contractors every morning, going through what's happening on the project. What are we doing? How are we executing that?
That's actually brilliant.
Yeah.
In fact, the other part of that for everyone out there listening is the longer you do design build, the more the designers learn from the builders and the more the builders learn from the designers, because they get to see what the homeowners are requesting or looking and doing. So it's always a good thing. And for homeowners, the benefit is if there's ever a mistake, okay, let's say something was mismeasured or something wasn't done right. When you have an outside designer and then you have the contractor can be like, listen, I priced this job based on these windows. And now actual reality is you need a bigger beam over the header for this because you got a bigger window, this, and this, and that's a domino effect. It impacts the cost. And you can say there's a contractor to the homeowner, Mrs. Jones, your architect measured and now we have to do the change, and now we have more lumber, more labor. It's about $3,500 more to do that. And
doesn't happen with us because we're only pointing at ourselves, so it's all not to say we don't make mistakes, but our mistakes are all our mistakes.
Well, that's the thing. So as the building side says, hey guys, you know what, we have to do a bigger header here and we have to do a wider and we have to double frame and whatever, you're like, okay, tell the homeowner, here's what we're doing, but no charge because this is our responsibility.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we should have caught it from the beginning. I mean,
but that happens in renovation.
It does all the time. And that's just part of it. But you want to work with somebody who is responsible enough, one, to deal with that, but responsible enough from the front end to not, you don't want to get stuck with 8 million change orders. You really do want a quote that is, reading all the things that design is looking at. So if we're putting in a bigger window, we have to make sure we have the right size headers. If we are adding in, if we've got glass tile and then we've got really deep porcelain or whatever we may be doing in the shower, we have to account for the build out, so that's what we're looking at from the beginning. But when I first started and you're just consulting or working with other trades, your clients get hit with that. Well, we didn't know the glass was only 1/8 and the other tile was a 1/2 inch. And so that's another day of work. It's like,
I have the exact problem right now in a project. We're doing a monster master bath. And I'm overseeing this project with a couple contractors, and homeowner first originally picked out quartz slabs to actually granite slabs and book match for the shower, master shower. And the shower is like 5 feet wide, 8 feet, 9 feet tall. Nice. It's a big shower. And then they switched from the granite and they went with porcelain. We had already roughed everything in. So now the porcelain is only quarter. No, we did 4 foot by 8 foot slabs of porcelain. And they're beautiful. I bet. And cutting porcelain, they're only 4 foot wide, and we have over 5.5 feet wide. So we have to do 2 pieces, and we have to book match and all that. But the thickness, because of the valves coming out, now we have an issue. And thank God for a P&P marble. So they came out and they were they're the company that we're working with, and they measured, and their measure guy said, hey, the original plan showed for this, and I noticed that you gave me this new the selection. Our thicknesses have changed. Are we going to do a Schluter at the end? Are we going to build it out? What are we doing? And I'm looking at him, and the way my mind works is I have to envision in my head how it's being built. I build it in my head. So then I had to call the carpenter. I'm like, listen, remember how you did the rough, and did you rough it for this and that? So then he's like, yeah, I roughed it from the, he goes, well, now we're going, because the porcelain, I think, is only 1/4 inch. And even though it's a 4 by 8 slab, it's still thin.
It's still thin,
So we came up with a solution, but I actually had to pause, because can you imagine going all the way, and he measured it originally. And, that's why that theory, measure twice, cut once. Makes a lot of sense.
It really does. There are a lot of variables. I don't think that the average consumer understands how design really relates to building, how a lot of the decisions in design will cause a domino effect in the building side of it. It's not
Correct.
just, I like this, I like that, put them together. It's like, no, there's a lot that goes into actually putting those things together. So yeah, having that one stop shop for that is top notch.
248 927 1985. We have questions if you want. You can text us in studio. We have Veronica Simmons and Simmons & Co. Design Build in studio. Someone texted in, what about accent walls in primary bedrooms? Are they in or out?
I still think they're in. The question mark is, how much detail do we have in the headboard? When I think accent walls in a primary bedroom, I think behind the headboard.
Correct.
So the question mark is, how much detail do we have in the headboard? Is it wood? Is it upholstered? Is it tufted? Or do we have nail heads? Can we put wallpaper? That's still a big thing. A little grass cloth,
finding
a
good
pattern,
wallpaper installer.
All the things.
Do you know anybody?
I know a guy.
Boy. Finding good ones is tough because
it is tough.
I've had nothing but bad luck with wallpaper.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Veronica, let me ask you this. I have a theory and I wanted to test it with you or could discuss it with you.
Okay.
So I get a lot of questions. People are like, hey, Adam, what color should I sand the floors? Let's say we have mahogany floors.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do white, but I have these cabinets. And when you're walking down the hall, you see the walls, the cabinets. When people visually walk in somewhere, the eye look, it's body level and then up. Most people don't look down, right? Or do you see what's more important, the visual looking straight and you see eye level, or looking down, seeing the floor combination? Because like you and we look at everything.
Right.
I get, I'm looking at paint drips on corners and I'm like, my OCD takes over. But for you, design and homeowners, what are your eye levels?
So it's a good question. I mean, one of the things to look at is how much length are we talking about, right? So if we're beyond 8 feet, the visual down does matter, right? So if you're looking down a hallway, you're going to see the floor.
Sure.
That's you're not just looking from eye level up or waist up, you're looking at the whole thing. So whether it's flooring, base, trim, moving all the way up, you want to see it all. If you're in a short space, a powder room or something like that, that's only maybe 6 feet that you're going in.
Sure.
It's not full depth. The floor doesn't catch you as much from a visual. Obviously, when you're in the powder room and maybe you're, taking care of your business, you may catch it, but it's not so much of a visual in the space because your eye doesn't have enough room to travel.
All right. Well, that's what I thought. Speaking of business this year, 2025, as we wrap the year up, was it a good year for you guys?
It was a great year for us.
What was your any highlighted projects that you were really proud of?
Well, it's funny. We did some pretty cool kitchens and baths this year, but we kind of tweaked ourselves into a little bit more light commercial work, which has been really fun. And we're excited for kind of where that's going in 2026. Commercial projects it hasn't been, it's only been maybe about 10-15% of our business. And this year was a little bit more. And so our team had a lot of fun working on those projects.
It's interesting, because Higher Done has been predominantly residential.
Yeah.
However, we have doctors, lawyers, managers, facility managers listening to the show all the time, and they've emailed me, hey Adam, I run a doctor's office, we have all these suites, we need all new cabinets, we want to do a little conference room and a little private lunch room I'm like, yeah, hire that done. No problem.
For sure.
You can do all that, right?
Absolutely, all day. And it really is, it's like you do for your business, when people come in, you want them to feel a certain type of way. And it's always weird because sometimes clients don't like to talk about how they feel, but that's really at the end of the day, when you walk home, it's like, or walk into an office. Yes. How do you feel? How do you want to feel?
How do you feel walking into my studio?
I feel good. I feel so good.
That's the best. No, I love that. So, I'm glad to hear that. And do you see any trends from last year? Are the bigger projects coming back? Is it mostly bathrooms and kitchens again? Or is it like a man cave? The garage is a new unexplored territory. What are you seeing? A combination of things? What are you seeing?
Well, people are still at home.
Yes.
I wasn't sure these, years after COVID, my mind said after COVID, people would be back in the office by now, or
Yeah.
people are not back in the
They
office.
love that work from
People
home.
are at home. People don't want to go back. And so I think what we're seeing is the home is still the hub. Like everybody
Yes.
is home. It's not about, it's not even about going to the movies anymore or going to the mall anymore or it's about, how can I make our basement, our lower level, how can I bring the movies to my house?
Sure.
I don't want to go to the movies anymore. I want to watch Netflix, or I want to watch the movie when it comes out at home. So everything is about creating some of these luxuries that people used to experience outside of the house at home, even in outdoor spaces, outdoor TVs,
staycation,
screens,
right?
and all the things. It's like, yeah, I want to go home and I want to be in an oasis.
You brought it up, so I have to ask.
Okay.
People aren't moving, they're improving.
It's true.
We know that. Outdoor living is
They may start moving in 2026.
They may.
Okay.
80% of all renovation dollars are spent in the first 18 months of home ownership.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's one of my savant skills
All right,
to know
well,
all
now I
that.
know.
Now
Okay.
you know.
I'm going to say
Big
it
money.
now. And
$460 billion was spent last year in home improvement.
Boom.
Wow.
That is
That's some serious money.
Yeah.
That's the real deal. So a friend of mine just bought a house in Birmingham.
Okay.
Shout out to Mallory and Danielle listening to the show. She invited
Can we
me
do
over.
shout outs? Is that what we're doing?
Today's shout out Saturday.
Okay.
Oh, we shout out all the time.
I didn't know.
Oh yeah, who's listening from the Simmons Code
to
sign?
To my husband, out there listening, to my team, we're shouting out. Shout out Saturday.
What up?
Hey
what
Bob,
up?
what's up? Okay,
yeah, we will. Shout it out.
All right, I didn't know. Okay, I'm back.
No,
I'm
we
back.
can say
I'm back. I'm back.
So 248-927-1985. And if you're a contractor listening or a homeowner or just a fan, text us. We'll give you the shout out. We love it. Saturday, as you know. That's what we call it, shout out Saturday here in Higher Ton. So anyways, this friend of mine, she had bought a brand new house and she like, oh my God, I just did all this renovation. I wish I met you earlier. I'm like, hey, well, you've known me for years. You just forgot to call.
Yeah.
And she was super cool. And she's transitioning into this new house, and congratulations to her. She did actually, I was impressed with the work she did. But she had a dining room, and of course, she did a accent wall with fluted wood.
She's on trend.
Right.
Yes, she is.
She's definitely got her finger on the pulse.
Yeah.
I was impressed with it. I didn't, and I try to limit, I go into a house and she had about 95% done, and it's really pretty. However, my question to you is, when homeowners start to like say, oh, you picked this design accent up or this wall's painted black, but everything else is this. Do you recommend like going to Pinterest or House? Like, do you give people like, because sometimes I get anxiety and information overload, like too much. Do you like get homeowners are like, all right, here's a couple places for you to look? Because sometimes they go crazy and they're like, what about this? What about that? And then they're like, oh my God.
Yeah, inspiration I think is important. When for our clients from a design build aspect, our clients really are not engaged in the day-to-day of what's happening in their space. They are literally looking to hire it done. But for still, when we're starting a project, inspiration is important. And it is. People can look at a space, whether it's a magazine or Pinterest or House. They can look in a space and say, I like this, but they don't know why. I do find that a lot of people are able to say what they don't like a lot easier than what they are able to say of what they do like. Those like, nope, 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 nope. Yes.
So you can start to craft the ingredients and then make the recipe.
Right. Yeah.
That's smart. I like that. And that's, by the way, for everyone out there listening, that's part of design build, because when you deal with someone like Veronica from Simmons & Co., all of her design experience and all the influence and all of your requests get combined. It's almost like a recipe. Each piece is an ingredient. It gets combined, and then she becomes the chef as well in the kitchen, right?
Here's the thing. People really like a lot of different things. And the most people run into a problem. Some people are skilled, right?
Sure.
Maybe your friend, they have the ability to kind of restrain themselves. But most people on average go out and buy a bunch of things that they like. So they like this rug, or they like this sofa, and they love this lamp, and they love this fluting, and they love this TV stand, and they bring it all home and everything they love. But their room looks terrible.
Right.
And it's not about you loving everything. It's about you having the right recipe. Everything needs to be done. Yeah. Everything needs to be done in balance.
The feng shui look.
You're not going to get what you want if you dump a bunch of pepper. And you may love pepper. I love pepper. But you can't dump pepper all over your food and then be upset when it doesn't taste good.
No, makes me
So
sneeze.
it makes me sneeze. Yes, it does. So
That's funny.
everything needs to be in balance. And the average homeowner really struggles with, I love all this stuff, but my house still looks a mess. I buy everything I love and my house still looks a mess. It's like, yeah, because it's not about buying everything you love. It's about really giving you a space at the end of the day that you're going to walk into and love.
Which is important because, again, people work hard. They come home, they want to relax, they want to stress free, they want to be in an environment that they say, oh, this is my house, and just decompress. Yes. Which is important.
And people need to be in homes that reflect them. I also think that's another big problem is everybody wants this they don't want this neutral, but they're afraid of color. But when they come in, they're dressed in color and they're super sharp. We have guys come in, in nice tailored suits and all the things, and then you go to their house and it's like,
you're like, what?
How, this house is not reflective of you. If you're walking around in tailored suits and all these things, if you wear a suit to work every day, not to say your house has to be stuffy, but your house should look polished just like you look polished. If you walk around with color on and, hanging out and you're a jeans type guy, your house doesn't need to be, maybe you don't need tailored this, tailored that, but your house should still be casually comfortable. It should reflect you.
I get it. Listen, I'm 57 years old and I still play video games. I am.
No, you're not.
Yeah. I am. I know. It's okay. It's just a number, right? Plastic surgery, Botox, and Restylane, that'll all get fixed.
That'll kick in. That's right.
The ladies have nothing to worry about.
There you go.
Anyways, we're talking with Veronica Simmons from Simmons & Co. What's the website if people want to check you out?
SimmonsCodesign.com. SimmonsCodesign.
Or just go to hireitdone.com and click on her logo. And you can see all about her. It's pretty simple. So 2026.
Okay. Can you believe it's like...
Boom. I know.
It's here.
I think the timeline's the dimension. I think we're like, there's some kind of quantum leaping going on. Because I'm still like in 2019. Like I think the world like reset a few times.
Yeah. My daughter came home yesterday and she says, winter break. And I was like,
wait, what? Yeah, what are you talking about?
Like, you're going to school on Monday. You may be the only one there, but you will be there.
Right. Where's your daughter go to school?
Sarah Banks. Shout out Sarah Banks Middle School, Wixom.
What up?
What up?
So that's cool. So 2026, I'm optimistic. I believe 2026 is going to be the year where we start gaining momentum. Because, it was hard to predict business the last couple of years because we were all getting used to this type of an economy. Now, we know rates are going to be going down. We know that there's more houses for sale than buyers. So that makes it a buyer's or a seller's market. However, most people, because of the low rates they've had over the years, they don't want to go into a new 6-7% mortgage when they got 2.5, 3.5. So unless the mortgage rates are going to change, they're going to let people take their old mortgage rate and bring it to the new house, which I've read about, which is kind of cool.
That would be kind of cool.
Right? Or 50-year mortgages, which I don't know how that works, but people are going to renovate and stay. If you got a decent school district, you got decent neighbors, there's no reason why you shouldn't stay. That's my opinion.
I like it. And I think that's what we'll see. I mean, interest rates would have to get really low for people to walk away from these 2% and 3%. Rates.
Or allow you to take that rate with you.
Yeah, that would be
kind of cool.
That would be sweet. Yeah,
it's kind of like flavored water in the tub. I'm really good at inventing things. I'm an inventor, right?
I'm learning.
Yeah. I invented flavored water out of the hose.
Did you?
Yeah. And scented air out of your air filter from your furnace.
I love it.
I know. I'm very
talented, multi-talented.
What do they call that? Textural smells, tastes. My OCD is crazy. Yeah, I'm neurotic. It's okay. Everyone knows that. So back to design build. So predictions for 2026. Do you think what's going to be in your purview? Like, what do you think the people are going to be asking most about?
I am very interested in what outdoor is going to do in 2026, even here in Michigan. We've got some a lot of snowboard clients. We have clients where we'll do projects. A lot of clients in Florida because Michigan to Florida. But they leave for Florida, right, because of the weather.
Snowbirds,
right? Snowbirds. And what I think we're going to see more of in 2026 is people here in Michigan trying to figure out how to use their outdoors up here as long as possible.
Staycation time.
And how to bring indoors out, so combining this indoor out space. So that's a lot of, to me, window work, a lot of just expanding that back side of the house, the family room, kitchen, to the
Outdoor
outdoors,
barbecue,
all
fire
the things.
pit,
Yeah.
water
Yeah.
features.
I think it's beyond just the open the patio door and go to the deck. I think, we're talking about really how do we open up the back wall of the house to have an
Right.
expansive feel
Have you done
into the
sunrooms?
living.
Much sunrooms?
Yeah.
Construction built or like the Four Seasons style where it comes like in a kit?
More construction built.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
prefer
more
those.
construction kit. Yeah, we did a beautiful one here in Bloomfield, not far from here, and it's same combination. One of the expanded back windows, so you open that window and you really feel like you are
Have you seen those
outside.
accordion like windows?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, those are cool.
They're so
Marvin
cool.
makes a big one that's
Mhm.
like super pricey, but Marvin
Yep.
is like a premium brand.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I like that. And that's what I figured. We're talking with Veronica Simmons from Simmons & Co. If you have a question this morning, text us 248-927-1985. Don't forget, it's Shout Out Saturday. And Hire It Done is looking for outdoor contractors, brick pavers, landscapers, anything water mitigation, drainage. We have openings for next year. So if you're looking to grow your business and you're like a brick paver guy or stamped concrete or exposed aggregate, we have openings and room for people who are, again, you got to be 5-star. Homeowners got to brag about you. And you got to be the type of contractor who's looking to grow their business. Other than that, we keep it simple. But outdoor living. Now, let me ask you a question, Veronica. When I was little, and I always thought this for old people, but now I'm old. So
57 years ago.
Right, exactly, 1968. Whoop, whoop.
40 years ago.
Right. I've been doing home improvement, for 3 decades.
Wow.
That's long.
It is long.
Oy.
You've seen a lot.
I'm sick. Yeah, it is weird. But to bounce on that, I used to love awnings. And I used to think like the retractable ones.
Yeah.
Like the canvas awnings that look like a carnival tent. I love those. And then I'm like, oh, those are for old people. But now I'm loving them again.
Yeah, well.
Is it a sign of the times?
It could be a sign of the times.
But I figured these new ones that go out electrically
are sick. They're awesome.
I kind of want to maybe explore that.
Yeah, I think you should. I can 100% see that being part of kind of what I'm hoping happens in 2026 with this outdoor
because
stuff.
With a new awning, LED lights, maybe an app, maybe a fireplace, maybe an outdoor pizza kitchen. Ooh, pizza. That's what I'm talking about.
Outdoor TV, outdoor sound.
Right. Waterproof or water resistant.
All the things.
You can do all that. Now, do you guys, do you partner with like a deck company or do you have your own carpenter? Because you can do both, I'm assuming.
Yeah, we can do both. We don't necessarily partner with a deck company. Depending on what we're doing, we would bring somebody in if we had to for that.
Makes sense.
Yeah, just depends.
Okay, and I wasn't sure about that. Well, that's cool. So what happens? Like you deal with a homeowner, they sign up to do an outdoor 3-season room. So it's an addition, foundation, half wall, and then all windows. Maybe screened in.
Stop it! You're talking dirty to me. That also.
Right? That's it. You like that, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, can I talk about this? Hold on. You ready? Can I add to that? How about this? You ready? We're gonna do like welded corners.
Stop.
Low E. You want some argon gas? Oh boy.
It's getting real.
Can I give you a 50-year warranty? I'm getting you going, aren't I?
It's all good, baby. It's all
Simmons
good.
& Co. All right, we got to take a quick break. I got to take some heat out of this room. Open the windows, guys. Woo, woo. All right, this is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. Keep it locked in. We've got the best guest this week, Veronica Simmons, Simmons & Co. We're going to be talking about outdoor living, and it's getting hot in here.
It's
Get
getting
some
hot in
Nelly
here.
going here. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. We've got a great hour. We've been kicking butt all hour. Veronica Simmons from Simmons & Co. Design Build in studio. Welcome back, Veronica.
Hello.
We're talking about the 2026 outlook. If you had one request for someone listening right now who's thinking about the big project, what do you want them to be prepared for after they've called you and they know that you're coming over? What kind of homework? What do they need to know? Give your advice to a future customer that wants to have a big addition, outdoor living type situation.
Sure. So I think it's a couple things, right? One is having some inspiration. So having some idea of what you're looking for. End goals are always important to us. We don't need details. We're looking for, like, at the end of the day, when this project is done, I want to X, X, X. I want to be able to watch movies down here or watch movies out here. I want to be able to entertain 10 guests, and I want to be able to have a fire. Like 3
Okay.
specific things that kind of help us make sure that we're tailoring the design around at the end, that you can execute what it is you
Okay.
want to execute.
I really like that.
Yeah.
And for everyone out there, that's important because you start at the end and then you backfill the whole roadmap.
Right. Yeah.
And so that's how you get there. And so that's actually stellar advice.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. So if you're thinking about a project, just go to hireitdone.com. You'll find Veronica's contact information there.
Mhm.
SimmonsandCodesign.com.
You got it.
Right? I did it?
You
Is that right? Yeah, boy. See that? All right. I want to talk about closets.
Okay.
I feel like I need a closet for my shoes.
Well,
And
it's possible.
oh yeah, you
Yeah,
can see the collection.
It's possible.
So my question is, like you have California closets, you got the closet companies, and they're all good.
Yeah.
Remember, the best closet is the one that's installed properly.
That's yeah.
And that's what my,
This
my
is
motto.
true.
That's what Hire Done's always about, the installation. However, if I say to you, listen, I have a really nice shoe collection.
Yes.
I'm the Imelda Marcos of Michigan.
Ooh.
That's like aging myself again. I can't help myself. This is so much fun. We're live on radio and I'm having a great time. So, Veronica, but I also have really expensive clothes, but I also have my like throw on like, stuff.
Mhm.
But I need my closets organized.
Yes.
And I'm not saying, people are like, oh yeah, Adam, tell us about your closet that you just came out of. And I'm like, no, that ain't me. My point is, can you help me with that? Like, do you come to the house and assess like my nastiness?
Yes. So
Roberto's
is
dying. Roberto's
over there.
dying. Like,
life support, please. We need
yeah.
Yeah, so we really primary suites for us are big. So that is a primary suite for us consists of
Yeah.
the bedroom, bathroom, and the closet.
Right.
So
his and
we're
hers.
Yeah, right.
But I'm just a his only.
Well-
His-o and his-o. But anyways, my point is, like, I'm single. Don't want to be,
Today.
but I am.
Today.
Today. Wait, today. I fall in
Today.
love quick and
Yes.
hard. It's easy. But I want my closet nice. So I need like the closet, but I got to leave room for her one day.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
maybe you should just come over after the show. And we
I
can,
think,
like,
we should probably do it.
I'll come out of the closet.
Yeah,
for
that's
you.
breaking news.
Yes. Exactly. Not happening.
So if we're
Yeah.
talking about closets, though,
Yes.
it is obviously important for them to be installed right. But there are a lot of little details that we want to look at when we're talking about closets. Lighting's a big deal. Making sure that we're
Lighting. Yes.
Lighting's a very big deal in closets. One, for aesthetic, but also for functionality. Because when you're designing all these systems, there's a lot of shadows.
I don't want shadows.
Yeah, making sure that
I want
sections are lit.
mirrors,
Is it a black
lights.
suit or a white suit? I mean, a black
Blue.
or a brown?
I
Black or
can't-
blue?
Blue.
You don't know.
I have blue color
'Cause it's dark.
problems. Okay, so
You
you
need
know,
lights.
you get it. So I want mirrors, not on the ceilings, but I want mirrors in the closet.
I won't tell anybody.
I want drawers.
Uh-huh.
I want hanging, double hanging, but I
Yeah.
also need a
You want
flat.
hampers?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Uh-huh.
But I need the flat to like throw my clothes out on, so I can lay it out.
Do we have room to put the washer and dryer in there as well?
Oh, maybe like the steamer.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen those, right? No, I'm not. I'm not good like that. I dry out. I send it all out.
Oh, well, that's
I don't even do my own laundry. I ruined everything, so I have like I hire that done too.
But that's another big thing. And when you're talking about the primary suite, is like giving some sort of washer dryer combination steamer, something that where the master suite, primary suite, can do its own laundry without having to walk down the hall or
Really?
walk down,
So that's
So-
interesting. I've done upstairs laundries. I've done them in the garage. I do multi levels.
Yeah.
And I did learn years ago, one of my little tricks, and I'm sure this is probably normal, common today, is I would insulate the walls in a laundry room if it was on a main floor that any of the walls were close to a bedroom. So like the spin cycle, or we'd put a floor drain or a shower pan underneath like a stackable, like we put it in a closet sometimes.
Yeah.
And we put a floor drain in case it overflowed.
Sure.
And it was on a main floor or
Yeah.
whatever. But I'm just curious. That's actually smart to give an option for like a master suite, because I want like maybe a refrigerator for water at night.
There you go. A little
right.
coffee station, a little something. I mean, you want it to be, again, you want it to feel like hospitality. That's the lingo we've heard a ton this year is, I want my
Bougie.
I want my bedroom to feel like how it does when I'm traveling for
Love
work
it.
and I'm in a hotel. So when you're in a hotel, you can have your coffee, you can have your this. So we're looking for to kind of create all of that there. You don't want to walk downstairs for a cup of coffee.
No,
That's right. You want to
I
have
want
it
to
here. I
DoorDash
want
it.
it now.
Bring it to me. No, I'm kidding. So let's go. So closets, wood grain, white, gray. Is it still mostly white? Because it's got that aesthetic look.
I don't think it's still mostly white. I think we're doing a lot of closets that kind of coordinate with the bath. Most of the time, the closets are coming off the bath. And what we're seeing now, you walk into the bedroom and you're walking through the closet
to get to the bathroom.
or you're
Right.
walking through the bathroom to get to the closet. So we're trying to generally right now coordinate the closet with whatever we're doing in the bath.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that. So with the closets, with lighting,
Mhm.
A lot of people have recessed lights from years ago that are incandescent bulbs.
Yep.
They make trims and inserts now that are LED
Yep.
with the multicolors.
Yep.
Do you have a certain preference on that, like the 5,000 Kelvin or the color temperature or the bright white, the yellowish and the soft? I don't know how you define that. Let me hear your opinion.
If you're using 5,000 K, we need to seek help immediately. 5,000 K is crazy. Nobody should be using 5,000. Nobody should be using 5,000 K in their homes.
Really?
You need to be at 3,500. That's the sweet spot. You need to be in that zone. 2,700 used to be a thing, that was
too yellow.
But it's gotten kind of warm and we've moved really away from that. But if you're over 3,500 in somebody's house, it's diabolical. Please do not seek help immediately. You cannot function. You don't even know what you don't know.
Okay,
because
so I
don't trust you.
I'm the person that needs therapy.
Yeah, there you go.
I have a couch out in the hallway. I'll probably lay down for half a day.
You can't do it.
Okay, but I like bright. And by the way, I thought I needed bright because I'm getting older and I can't see anything. I'm thinking,
it could be
right?
Yeah, there may be a lot of things going on that we need to diagnose.
Do you remember Granimals?
Yes.
They were made for me. Literally. I miss those days.
Well,
I have trouble putting stuff together. I'm a creature habit. My t-shirts are black. My jeans are blue.
Mm-hmm. And that's it.
Yeah. And
you don't have 5,000 K in your home though.
Oh.
He does actually.
Oh my gosh.
I just did a basement and painted the floors bright white concrete, painted the walls bright white, and then sprayed the ceiling flat black, and then put all LED 5,000 K lights in the basement. And I swear to you, when you walk in, it's like you need like
you went to heaven.
Yeah.
You like literally need a straight jacket. It mentally it impacted me, but I'm addicted to the room.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna make it like a storage closet or something.
Well, that could work.
Oh,
I mean,
so nice.
Basements, sometimes you get an exception. I still wouldn't be at 5,000, but you can sometimes need a little bit more brightness down there depending on what you're doing. But you want light to feel as natural as possible. And because it changes how color reads, and we can go back to that color conversation. The lighting will change how the colors look. So if you're selecting paint color, if you're selecting upholstery, cabinetry color, material selections, all that stuff, you really need to be in the right lighting for what is going to be in the space. That's another thing we do with the studio.
Very much matters.
Yeah, 100%.
Would you consider Simmons & Co. an expensive company, fair priced? I know you're not the cheapest, and I know you're not the most expensive.
Yeah, we're in the middle.
Liked about you guys.
Yeah,
we're in the middle usually.
We're not inexpensive. We're not the most expensive, but I wouldn't consider us. I would say we're 6, 7.
Okay, I try to do the 6, 7 thing, and everyone thinks I'm like, "What's wrong with you?" Go, I'm like, "All right, whatever." Dude. I know. 6, 7. I like that.
Yeah,
I would rate you a little higher than that.
Okay.
I've seen your work. I've talked to your homeowners. You do an outstanding job.
Thank you.
If you're the type of homeowner who wants your hand held, you want someone to say, "This is what you're looking for, and this is how you're going to be happy. I know what you want. I got you." Simmons & Co. is the place to do it.
That's us.
I'm letting you know you're going to be bragging about.
That's us.
Really and true. And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So do you think 2026 is going to be a good year?
I think it's going to be a good year. I'm kind of bracing myself for it. I'm trying to it's always fun at the end of the year to kind of think about what's coming.
Yeah.
And you really just don't know, but I think it's going to be a good year. I think that people are going to, some people are waiting on projects to be less expensive. They don't want to spend the money. And I think people are starting to realize it's not going down.
It's never going down.
It's only going up. So that kitchen that was 100 is now 110. Like, you know,
Right.
like it's now the longer you wait, it's just getting more and more expensive. So just you need to think through, you know,
If you're going to wait,
if you're going to wait,
prepare properly.
prepare
But
for that.
I also think, and I also think wages are going up, income's going up.
Mhm.
So I think we're going to be hitting good times.
Mhm.
And I think the affordability factor is going to go up once we get through this storm of tariffs and everything balancing out.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't like to get political at all, but I'm just saying we'll make it. Things are going to be good next
Yeah.
year. It's just finding, here's the thing. Used to be the most important tool in your toolbox was your checkbook.
Mhm.
Okay. And Glenn Hagee came up with that. And I love that. But today, my opinion, the most important tool in your toolbox is time.
Yes.
Time is the new currency.
Mhm.
So if that's going to be the case, then homeowners don't have time to pay twice. They don't have
No.
time to hire the wrong contractor. They don't have time to screw it up.
Mm-mm.
So it's so important for everyone out there. Here's my advice for everyone. It's so important that you find the right contractor. That's what we do at Hire It Done. We're not for everyone. We're not the Walmart bottom basement cheapest price.
No.
You know, I go to Costco for a hot dog, but I spend $1,500 every time.
There you go.
So it's very difficult for me. So my point is, if you want it done right, you go to Hire It Done, you find the right contractors. And here's the best part. You can always email me, ask Adam. And if you say, hey, Adam, I got this going on. What do you think? Or give an opinion. It's my pleasure to help you go down the roadmap and get you the best.
There you go.
And that's why you're here today, Veronica, because you keep your finger on the pulse of the industry. And I respect that greatly. You're a new leader in the industry here.
Thank you.
And we love that. And we want to promote people like that. And so I want to thank you for coming on the show today.
Thanks for having us, man.
Simmons & Co. Design. Go to hireitdone.com. You can click on it. Veronica, thanks for coming in.
Appreciate
We had
it.
a great show today, my friends. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. If you're a contractor and you want to grow, visit hireitdone.com. Contact Adam. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you all next week on WRIF 101.1, Everything That Rocks.